are here today on the Premium Breakfast Television Show, Wake Up Nigeria. And Wednesday represents the very best of top-notch family entertainment experience. It's our Wonder Women Wednesday edition. Good morning!
And welcome! It's filled with a whole lot of love, a whole lot of energy. And here on the show, it only gets better and better every day. So my advice to you today, sit tight, relax and enjoy for the next 1 hour and 45 minutes to catch a wondrous and fantastic, let's do side elbow, try.
Okay.
Fantastic edition of the show.
Man, it's spinning me out. What do you pack it down?
Wow. I will embarrass you. So what else are we doing this morning?
Of course, we don't do this alone.
Yes.
We have Titi. She's looking lovely but offset.
Yes.
She will soon come on set.
Beautiful things. Now we have great vibes all through today's show, and it's what we are offering, an opportunity for us to put a 100-meter smile on your faces as you begin your day with us today.
Yes, entertainment is what we are very good at, and we have been licensed to thrill. Yeah, let me wrap. We have been licensed to thrill you with the very best of quality television entertainment delivered for your viewing pleasure.
Let me try. Now, don't let mental fears of worry or doubt take control of your I never do it right. Don't let them. Now, trust the process is everything you do. Hold your vision, and trust me, you will actualize your dreams.
And when someone tells you you can do it, do it twice and take pictures. Now let's get this party started. My name is Mary Bashwa Alimi. I'm your MC on the show today, and she's also your MC.
And I am Talk by Olonia. Now, you know what you can do? You can stream this show live at tvcentertainment.tv, and on Facebook. Mary, what do they do?
They'll follow us now.
Go to Facebook and TVC Connect.
No, but seriously, you can watch us, stream us live. Download the app, that's the TVC app, on the Google Play Store and iOS as well, okay? And follow us.
Follow us. And on YouTube, remember that you can binge watch your favorite segments, your favorite episodes, TVC Entertainment. Go to Wake Up Nigeria and binge watch on everything now. But we have a fully packed show this morning. It's going to be full throttle, and every moment is going to be mind-boggling. Now let's check out what we have in store this morning. Mary, what do we have first?
We've decided to kill the rap and be serious, because
this job is sweet too. Free facials, free this, free that.
But I really enjoyed my time there. But good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you here.
You know, this good morning just reminded me of something Naughty MM and I did yesterday. So we're told to say good morning and then move over to Fact Finders. And we just went, good morning, type of Fact Finders. No, how you doing?
I'm fine, darling.
I feel like you and I see like once in a purple moon, not even blue moon, because it seems like blue moon is more realistic.
And then we start our hangouts from 4 a.m. Like,
my dear,
anybody starts like
this morning was interesting because we had plenty to gist about. We would have slept,
because we both laid down ready to sleep, and then you started the gist. So did you see this? And I'm like, oh God, no.
But we were just about to drift to sleep
when our darling Dukwe, who is watching us right now,
she sashayed into the studio and went plum plum plum, started putting on all the lights. Like, Dukwe, we are not yet fully awake. I want to straighten my hair.
You don't have a Dukwe in your life. But beyond having Dukwe, there's something I want to talk about today. We're probably going to take it all the way to social media, which is a picture that I saw on Twitter of this boyfriend that bought he sent his girlfriend money to buy shawarma. And instead of buying shawarma, she bought things for soup, and she went to prepare a meal. And he says there are women and there are queens.
See, we'll talk about this matter. You note, I'm using the word matter. We'll discuss this matter during the coffee gist because it is a matter for laughable discussion. Very laughable. I have no idea what I just said, but it's all good. We'll need to take a quick break, take a look at the weather, and then, of course, we'll be back with the news, with sports as well.
The news with 3 persons that were killed in Iselu Uku Anyocha North local government area of Delta State when armed robbers attacked a commercial bank in the town. Several others were injured in the incident. An eyewitness account has it that the robbers stationed their gang members at the strategic positions in the town. while other members robbed the bank unhindered. It was also gathered that customers were held hostage inside the bank for almost an hour, while other gang members outside were raining bullets at random. In the process of the shooting spree, a trader identified as an indigene of Isele Uku local government area was shot dead, while many others sustained bullet wounds. Acting PPRO Delta State Police Command Bright Edafe has confirmed the incident, but assured that it was a contact with the division for quick response. Now back to the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, says there is the urgent need to combine employment and national security policy by the recruitment of 5 million youths in all aspects of nation building, ranging from infrastructural development to agricultural modernization. Mr. Tinubu called for the expansion of security personnel by 50,000 for the armed forces, not 50 million earlier mentioned, which he says was an error. Speaking at the 12th Bola Tinubu colloquium marking his birthday, he said the eligible youth should be recruited into the armed forces, police and other security agencies to augment the functional capacity of the country's security. Now to other stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Nigeria for London, accompanied by a few of his aides. His jet departed the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, for London at about 2:30 p.m. yesterday, while in the UK, President Buhari will see his doctor for a checkup. He is billed to return to Nigeria in the second week of April 2021. And before his trip to the United Kingdom, the president held a security meeting with the service chiefs.
In August 2017, from his medical vacation then, his health has held on very well. We believe that as he's going now, he will do all the necessary checks and everything will be all right, and he will be back within the second week of April, as has been said in our statement.
Even before he came to office, every year he had appointment with his doctors and he went there to do it. The only anomaly this time around was that COVID prevented this kind of trip throughout 2020. So he has lost some period. The last time he was there, more than 1.5 years back. But so he's using that opportunity to do what is regular in his own life. There is nothing like urgency or medical emergency.
Before his trip to the United Kingdom, the president held a security meeting with his service chiefs where he ordered them to identify the leaders of bandits and kidnappers and take them out to restore confidence in the country's security. Architecture, according to the National Security Advisor, Babangamundu Gunu, the president says the sponsors of criminality are working with persons in critical agencies of government to frustrate the efforts to secure the country, and he is sending out a desist from their evil acts. Also, the service chiefs disclosed that they have identified weak areas that would be strengthened to fish out collaborators with non-state actors.
Very clear to both the intelligence and operational elements that their first assignment will be to identify the leaders of these bandits and kidnappers and take them out in order to restore confidence in those areas. Mr. President.
Well, that's all we can take on news update for this hour, but we do have Mary standing by with sports news. Thank you.
Hello and good morning. It's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. Today is 31st of March 2021. We're starting with the Punch newspaper this morning, and the headline starts like this: 100 Kaduna victims in bandits' dens. Others live in fear, according to Can. Bandits attacked church on March 21st, kidnapped 5 persons, says Hayab. Gunmen abduct Catholic priest Oyo couple, 6 others in Kaduna, Niger. And Buhari orders service chiefs to identify takeout sponsors of bandits. We have right at the top of the page there, court stops SIM cards blocking on April linkage deadline. More on page 33. Federal government meets NARD, moves to stop April 1st doctor strike. Buhari departs for UK. PDP knocks APC on healthcare. Meanwhile, Customs proposed ban on vehicles above 7 years old. Interesting. We have this headline here. It says, Sanwo-Olu presents 13 cars to Lagos outstanding teachers. UK court to execute 500 million naira damages awarded MFM GO against blogger. 13 Nigerian service security chiefs, others stole $400 million stashed loot in UAE, according to HEDA. And I'll wrap with this one. It says, tears as suspected Fulani kill 22 in Ebonyi, Enugu, Umahi fumes. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch newspaper. Moving swiftly to the Daily Sun at this point, we have this. War against bandits, kidnappers. Buhari to security chiefs. Go after sponsors of insecurity. Says criminals dictating pace will no longer be tolerated. We're concerned about happenings in Nigeria, say the UK. It also says here, gunmen kill a Catholic priest, abduct catechist's wife, 4 others in Benue and Kaduna. Right at the bottom here, it says, Abia government mourns death of governor's deputy chief of staff, and NSCIA can fight over judicial appointment, others. We have the Guardian newspaper here as well with us. Now we have this headline, Nigeria loses over 576 billion naira yearly to medical tourism. Doctors divided over Buhari's London medical trip. President started his UK medical trip long before 2015, says Hugh. And let's see what else we have on the cover of The Guardian. It says, be ruthless with bandits, kidnappers, sponsors, Buhari orders service chiefs. Meanwhile, at the side there, IMF demands debt data accuracy, transparency from Nigeria and others. Remove bottlenecks to achieve accelerated growth, it says. $200 billion 5-year spending required to step up response to COVID-19. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian. We have the Nigerian Tribune with us as well this Wednesday. APC membership registration ends. Fresh controversy begins. Page 28 has more on that. Meanwhile, gunmen, this story keeps coming up on every paper. Gunmen kill Reverend Father, 3 parishioners in Benue. Senate queries federal government's $1.5 billion loan proposals. And that's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune. Now
welcome back.
Yeah, we said we were going to be in the kitchen at this point. Now it feels really refreshing and new for me because I haven't done coffee just in the kitchen in a very long time.
I haven't done it either. You did.
Yeah,
we did yesterday.
You did yesterday.
Pictures on the gram. I'm like, yo,
it feels fresh.
When we told the new people,
yeah,
that they should come to the kitchen.
We're like, what's going on? What's going on? But Mary's, you are supposed to welcome us with you know, some snacks and something.
Hey, it's ready. Carry cup and take your coffee. Already, everybody has coffee. Oh, Titi, you left your coffee at the table.
Yeah, I left it at the table.
So,
but I know
do coffee.
Tokwe has been eager to, you know, talk about this topic. I know you guys started talking about it
earlier. So we're talking about the picture that, and we already shared it on our Twitter page. So you might want to jump on it and get your
even
comments
on Facebook.
Yeah. So it's a man shared on Twitter that he gave his queen. Let me be savage about it. He gave his queen some money to buy shawarma, and instead she went to the market and got ingredients, and she made food. And then he says there are women and there are queens. So my question is, does using the money for shawarma to buy food, buy ingredients to make food, make you a queen? And does using money for shawarma to buy shawarma make you not a queen? Because I will use that shawarma money to buy shawarma.
So good. Anyway, you know, I've been telling you that until coffee gist.
Yes.
So me,
first
as I am now.
Would you buy shawarma or would you buy soup things?
So wait, this is even a long matter.
Okay.
I am craving shawarma. You now give me money to buy shawarma. I now have to form 20,000 yards material. I now decide to make fish stew I don't feel like eating. Auntie, Ekushel, congratulations on being a wife material.
You better be married 2 weeks
unless
after.
maybe she didn't want it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe what she wanted at that point was fish stew.
Yeah, and
but because Uncle felt, oh, at least I ate out of the fish stew she bought or she made. Because of that, she's wife material. You see how men used to deceive themselves on this wife material matter?
So I don't know whether it's just a mindset kind of thing. Oh, she used my money for more. I appreciate
which more.
She used it for more. So she used it for more. When I say more, she was able to get more food out of that same amount of money. Some people would say that efficient spending.
Efficient
what? Yeah, some people will call it
efficient spending.
Yes.
Let me tell you what
guess what? I understand
but
that.
look at it. You use that money that she used, that money and time. She would have ordered for that shawarma, bought that shawarma, and that time that she used to prepare the food, she would have done something productive. And she would have
apart from that, babe, let's even assume that she did not order the shawarma. Let's start the pricing. Maybe it's 2,500, he said.
Yeah, it's
2,500. Okay, you buy shawarma bread. 1 pack is about 600. Wait, now she won't stress.
Okay.
It's about 600. So you buy a pack of the shawarma bread for 600. Good. You buy a pack of sausages, 550.
Exactly.
That's 1,150. Exactly. You put it aside. You do the minced meats inside. You can buy meat maybe like 1,000. That's already 2,150. Wow. Then you will now get carrots and cabbage.
Cabbage.
At once, you go and, if you have a friend that speaks Hausa.
Is instead of that pot of soup, she should have.
No, wait, I'm leading somewhere because you were talking about more. I know what I'm doing. So you can maybe go and talk to a Hausa friend of yours to help you go to the market. So you now get cabbage and carrots, cheap. Like 300 naira. Oh, it should be 250, 2,500 to pay. How many shawarma can you make from that?
How many shawarma can you eat?
No, how many shawarma will you make from? You make 6 shawarma from that. So how? You have mayonnaise. You have mayonnaise. You have all.
Okay, so it depends on what a guy is actually looking for in a girl or in a wife. Some guys are looking for the kind of wife that's not going to be demanding all sorts of, fast food and frivolous
what
things.
What if that day she just wants to eat shawarma?
What if she just felt like eating fish?
How is that no. So look at it. See why I feel like it was shawarma. Okay. So me, the scenario I've created is, babe, I feel like eating shawarma. And then you send me shawarma money. When I say, babe, it would have been better if you use that money to buy things for fish. Buy things and make fish stew. Then that guilty consciousness, and I say, let me just buy this.
It doesn't even need to make fish. See, look, let me tell you something. I keep telling people something. When you are cutting, it's different from when you are married.
Exactly.
When you are cutting, she's capable of selling her shoes to help you buy television.
Wow.
Especially if the shoes are like all these expensive shoes. But when you are married, she wants a treat. Maybe he gives her treats all the time. So she probably didn't see it as a big deal. Or maybe she knew it was probably low on cash at that point and figured, instead of me to do this, okay, let me just make stew, let's eat something else. But the reality is, if you are talking of more, as Titi said,
you can make more
6
shawarma.
or 8 more shawarma.
No, so that is something I would do. You want shawarma? Hey, I make a really mean shawarma. I know how to make shawarma. I have a grill. I have everything. Would you like me to make you my own special shawarma? Fine, I would love to do that. But what I'm thinking about is the fact that the guy is celebrating her in general. Any area where women can be celebrated at this point, I like it.
Yeah, but please don't because she bought things for fish.
I will not be celebrated
the girl that eats the shawarma any less of a queen. You eat the shawarma, you buy fish stew, they are both queens.
It's like this discussion is even going to spill into
I don't know.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
I want to guess what we're preparing because I can see bread. Is it? No.
Guess.
Veggie, I don't know. So let me create the name that you correct me. So veggie egg, vegetable egg sauce.
Okay.
Does that work? Or
bread?
Fish? Yes, now you.
Okay.
Fish. Nah, I can't. I know there's agege bread. My director shouted agege bread. Yes, the bread is here. So the bread is making me feel like we're making egg sauce with tomatoes, and this is your onion and pepper mix,
yes,
right? And fish. So egg fish sauce.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, just tell me.
So today we are making a agege bread sandwich.
Wow.
So simply put, Africana sandwich.
Africana
sandwich. So
the
star boy today is agege bread.
Okay, so now for our agege bread sandwich, we have egg, onion, pepper, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, mayonnaise, vegetable oil, and Knorr seasoning cube.
And salt.
Yes. Okay. So what did you call it? You said Africana Sandwich.
Yes.
All right. Is that your special name for it?
That's what you call it
That's
because
what you
it's
call it,
African.
Okay, but what do we have in here?
That's the mayonnaise.
That's the mayonnaise. Okay. So how are we going about this? I haven't prepared this before, so I am excited to learn.
Okay.
Yes. What do we start with?
You're ready with everything.
Okay.
So everything is pretty much ready.
Ready?
Yes. So we just have to slice our bread, fry our egg, and then layer all this on it.
On it. Okay. So let's start. Let's start.
Simple as ABC.
Let's turn the gas on. It is so funny how we are here and we're listening to our producers crack us up while the show is going on.
Okay.
So we have. Well, I was going to ask you what are you using?
Okay,
this
is my slicer. No, it's slicer.
Slice. Ha. O'Shea packaging. So what does it do differently from our normal knife? Don't come and oppress us. Don't not come and say people that use this one now wife material. People that use our hand were not wife material. That's what you come and say now.
No. This is just the normal
bread slicer.
Bread slicer, but not the regular one. Yes.
I want to see. So
yeah, can I plug this? I want to plug it.
Okay, we can plug this here. Okay.
Is it on?
I hope the camera is getting this, so let's see how we achieve our slicing. Children, don't try this at home. Let the adults do it. Okay. Okay. So is this going to be like French toast where you put? Okay,
no, you're not
so
toasting.
It's in the middle.
Yes,
completely.
you are not toasting.
We're not toasting. Okay. Careful with your hand, though. This is interesting because this is something this is a breakfast that you can prepare with less than 2,000 naira, I'm guessing, because aggregate bread, there are variety. There's 50 naira, there's 40, 50, 60.
There's no 40, there's no 50. Now.
Aggregate bread is not expensive.
From 100.
From 100.
150.
No, there are some places that you see 60 naira aggregate.
Wow.
Some places. You are the rich people's area. We know where we're coming from. We have 40, 60 naira aggregate. And then cucumbers. We have here lettuce and cabbage, onions. This is the onion and pepper mix. Yes. With this, you can prepare an interesting breakfast. So say no to conventional, boring breakfast. Let's try interesting things. Okay, so while Chef Ife is still cutting our bread, you know that there's so much of Wake Up Nigeria for you, but we have Titi standing by, and relationship is next. How well is your relationship doing? Let's find out. Titi, it's all yours.
Thank you, Tokwe. Now, the relationship between that knife and that bread must be a very, cordial one, the way it's slicing so easily. All right, I can't wait to see what comes out of the kitchen. But meanwhile, we have Aremo Olalekan on the couch with us. Now, he's a relationship and life coach, and he enjoys sharing stories about God, love, relationship, and transformation. Now, he's dedicated time to speaking extensively on the matters of love and relationship. Today, we're going to be talking about relationship culture. Did you know there was such a thing as relationship culture? And, of course, the key to keeping the spark in relationships and marriages. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
It's always a pleasure having you.
Same here.
All right, so maybe there's someone watching right now that's never heard of relationship culture. Can we give them a little idea of what you mean?
Okay, so what we're talking about today about relationship culture is basically the routine, a set of routines that a couple have decided to operate with within the boundaries of their relationship.
Okay.
So that is something that is custom made for them as a people.
Okay.
Usually advise people to avoid doing copy and paste of other people's relationship.
Okay.
It's important people are able to draft what works for them as a couple and create a routine out of that.
Okay.
So that is basically what a relationship culture covers.
All right, so what do you think determines it? Is it individual backgrounds, or is it just social norms, or maybe the environment?
Okay, so it's a combination of everything.
Okay.
So that's why it's important that one person should not be responsible for creating that culture.
Okay.
That's with both parties. So somebody is coming from a different environment, they're both coming from different environments, then they must be able to come together and agree. So for example, if, say, guy enjoys traveling,
Yeah.
lady doesn't enjoy traveling, she rather watches TV.
Yeah.
Okay, watch movie, Netflix and chill. I'm sorry. So they are able to create a culture that balances both sides.
Okay.
Something that involves traveling and Netflixing and chilling. You get?
Okay.
So if it's just the guy that's creating it, most likely he will create something around traveling a lot more. But they must come together and create it, because the idea is supposed to keep your relationship spark on. So it must be something that is done together as much as possible.
Okay, so is it possible to identify the culture before marriage, or do you advise that it's done before marriage?
It's always best. Now, it always flows from relationship into marriage.
Okay.
So if somehow they couldn't establish that culture during their relationship, then it's key that it is done in marriage, because with marriage, it's easy to get into what we call see finish.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so it's important, even for, especially for marriage, that they set up a culture where they can just keep keeping the spark in their relationship as much as possible.
Okay, so before we go into keeping the spark up, I wanted to talk about different types of cultures. Like, for instance, now, in this part of the world, we often see the male party being a little more domineering in nature, in terms of making a lot more of the decisions, especially financially, and decisions around what the woman can and cannot do anymore once they're in a relationship. And then you also have some where there's some kind of agreement or consensus as such on what they're going to do. So if someone finds themselves in a culture that they're not really comfortable with, what would you advise they do?
Okay, that's why one of the key things we talk about that is instrumental in relationship is communication. Okay. So if you are getting, as a lady, for example, you're getting involved with a guy that comes from a place where he believes that it is what I say, everybody follows. But you are coming from a place where you see your parents always discussing everything and they agree on it. Okay. But this guy wants to be, I say, you follow. Yeah. But you are coming from somewhere else. It's key that you talk about it, you communicate and discuss. This is where I'm coming from, this is where you're coming from. Let's find a middle zone that works for both of us. Okay. Now, but if that discussion doesn't happen before marriage and they get into marriage, there will be some level of conflict. Because two things, conflict, or the lady just becomes dormant, in that she just accepts whatever comes. But inside, she's very unhappy because she wants to say something, but she can't say anything. And of course, before long, the spark in their relationship begins to die off. So it's key that there's a communication and they agree on what to work.
Okay, so I would like to come from maybe the man's perspective now. Maybe he's married someone who wasn't really happy with the culture that he was used to, or he had already put in place. For instance, maybe he's the aggressive type. And he notices, as you said, that she's not really that happy. What do you think the person should do in order to, make some changes?
Okay, so the guy should have a sit down with the lady and let her understand where it's coming from. Okay. And then emphasize that he wants her happiness in the relationship. And then together, they can now map out what works. So ask questions. Do you rather I tell you? Because really, there's some ladies that actually would rather that a guy is aggressive. You tell me what to do. Don't wait for me. Don't come and ask me questions. Don't let us discuss it. Tell me what to do, and then I move. So some ladies can be like that. But if she's somebody but she's not happy about it, then have a discussion with her. Okay, I know that I like to tell you what to do and move, but let me hear from you. How would you want us to work this together? And then together they can process it and find what works.
When it comes to the spark, what do you think has been killing it as quickly as possible? What has been killing the spark?
What I said before, see finish. Okay. Routine that is no longer exciting. Okay. So that's why it's important that they come out. So 30 days in a month, let them have specific days. So say 7th, 14th, that we do something exciting, something different here and there. So So let's make something to do with that.
Okay,
Keeps the
thank you
spark on.
so much for coming to join us. It's been an amazing month hanging out with you on our relationship segment. Thank you so much. Please reach out to us on social media. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Talk to us about how you feel about this particular topic. Let's take a quick break and be back with more.
The kitchen people. Now, you haven't missed so much if you're just joining us. I have Chef Ife here, and she is making Africana Sandwich. It's really exciting because it's something that it's a breakfast that you can make with less than 1,000 naira, or let's say 1,000 naira less than 2,000 naira, and it is very healthy. And of course, we have our Knorr cubes. Did you know that it is actually pronounced as Knorr and not no? Well, that's fact finding on Wake Up Nigeria this morning. So, how far are we gone now? What are we doing now?
Okay, so we are just layering the ingredients.
The vegetables, okay.
Yes.
So now we've put our lettuce and the cucumbers.
Yes, and cabbage.
So what's next?
So now we are putting the tomatoes.
The tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to put it on fire.
No, we are eating fresh.
Oshe, fresh out of the farm.
Yeah. The only thing we are frying is the egg. Yes.
Oh, nice. So even when you're done, you're not going to press it and put it on fire?
No.
But you can do that if you want to?
No.
We shouldn't do it?
No. We are not doing that.
We're not doing that.
No.
I know I saw fish.
Yes.
So where does the fish come to play? It goes in with
into the egg, yes.
Fantastic. So you could use any type of fish, right?
Yes.
It mustn't be. This is this mackerel?
Yes, mackerel.
Mackerel, okay.
Yes.
And this is the mayonnaise.
Yes.
So in case you're just joining us, you know what? Let me quickly give you a run through of the ingredients that we used for this. We have cabbage, lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise, cucumber, onions, green and red bell peppers,
and
eggs, and we have mackerel, and of course we have introducing our Knorr seasoning cube. I was thinking for people, and our bread, of course, our agege bread. I remember when I first moved to Lagos, this was the first thing I wanted to eat.
Wow.
Because I had
agege bread.
Yes, agege bread. I had seen it on TV so many times, and I wanted to really know what this agege bread was about. If you are a newbie in Lagos, nobody can introduce you to agege bread than yourself. But this meal, did you mix it with anything? Because it looks like Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I mix it with milk.
With milk. I knew it looked different. So you could ask, so what does the milk do to
It's just
the
to
meal?
lighten it up a bit.
Lighten it up, okay. Yes. So it's not so heavy in the mouth?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I really think this is an interesting breakfast. Funny how I've never thought about it. Okay. So after you do this, you put the egg, then do you put like another layer of vegetables again before you close it?
No, come on, fry now.
When you put the egg, you just cover it?
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely want to stick around because don't be like me, I think you know how to do these things. Our chefs always have interesting ways of trying this thing out. I'm guessing we've put our Knorr seasoning cube,
Yes, of course.
and not even so much of it.
No, just a little.
A little. Fantastic. You get so much more with little. All right. Do you want me to probably turn on another one?
No. I'm just using one.
Okay, so you don't need it to be hotter than this?
Okay.
Yeah, so I can probably turn on this one. So Chef Ife, how has business been for you post-COVID? I mean, now that we have vaccines, we can say post-COVID.
I don't really do... I take orders, but I'm more of a private chef.
Private chef, okay.
Yes, but I still take orders because my work is flexible.
Flexible, yeah. But how was it for you during the lockdown?
I was working.
God is bigger than all our problems.
I was working, so my work.
You were still having, in fact, I feel like that's the point where people would want to order more because they get tired of cooking the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. I want to try that one now. You want to move to that one. Does this work for you?
Yes, it does.
Oh, fantastic. Now, in case I was too fast the first time, you know what? Let's get you to scribble down the ingredients to make this amazing Africana breakfast. We have egg, onions, pepper, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber, mayonnaise, vegetable oil, and Knorr seasoning cubes. So this is our Africana Sandwich,
aka
Agege bread sandwich, aka Chef Ify special. All right.
Okay.
So now the egg would need maybe 2 more minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you know that we started a conversation on during the coffee gist about what makes a woman a wife material. Are you like me that's going to wait for them to prepare this? Or are you going to prepare it yourself? Well, we have Titi and Mary going on social media now to hear your opinions about wife material or not wife material. Titi, it's all yours.
All right, now, tiny correction there. We're talking about women being queens, not just wife material. Queens. And you know me, I'm dynamite queen now, so I know what I'm talking about, you know. Yeah. I'm talking about the fact that it's a quote here. Women are plenty, queens are rare. A man tweeted this after narrating how he sent his woman shawarma money, but she decided to use the money to cook stew. Goat meat, it says here. On the flip side, if she had bought shawarma, does it make her less of a queen? Now, that's the question. We got quite a few responses right here on Twitter. First of which start like this. Akonde Muritala says, it depends on the financial capacity of her man and that of hers. Exactly. If shawarma is not a luxury, she's good to go. Otherwise, she's an extravagant spender and not supportive. Someone else, this is Abiodun Omokoko 1. You don't know, question mark. Very interesting there. We have another set of comments here. And it starts like this. A queen is quite different from an ordinary woman. The same way not every male is a man. That simple act of using the money effectively promoted the girl to a queen status in front of the man, although yardstick to measure feminine status. That's from Iluyomade Kolawole. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I have this also from Ola Joseph Ola. It says, also, men are plenty, but real men are rare. All men are not the same and will never be the same. I think she is a good home manager. I agree. Maybe financially wise, but I think it also depends on the situation and doesn't make her less of a queen to her man if he love and she still buy shawarma. I like the abbreviations there. Let's see what we have here from Fein Toye. This is a good example of a quality of a good wife. How I wish other ladies can learn from this. Majority want to eat their future today. Awake, ladies. Pastor Henry Okoro says, little things like this make men go crazy for their women. This shows she's not wasteful. Besides, which man would want a wasteful woman? I have a feeling a lot more people are on the same page with me on this one. Adedayo Brown Samuel says, although it's rare, I can see that the woman has a good vision in which other ladies will not do. In my view, that is what makes her a queen, a good decision she took. All right, Mary.
So, I don't know. I found myself giggling, just chuckling to myself because babes, another angle just came to my mind. What if someone else already bought the shawarma? So, back to the comment. I'm on Facebook now. Joseph Docker says it doesn't make her less of a queen to have decided to eat shawarma instead of that. Oyebola Oluwabusayomi says there are times when we just want to eat what we crave once in a while. If she decides to buy shawarma, it doesn't make her less of a queen. But when it becomes a recurring thing, it calls for worry. Pascali, actually what the lady displayed is a true wifey and homely lady. In fact, she knows how to manage and bring the best out from what is being given to her. She can manage a home even in her husband's absence. Sixtus Ego says, it's her choice. I see nothing wrong about it. The man shouldn't be concerned about what she uses the money for. Josiah Ayo says, I can't judge any of her choices, but a woman who thinks beyond her own needs is indeed a queen.
Again.
Go Gosh, I'm sorry. Olayinka Roland Silva says wife material 125 yards. I know a good tailor.
So I think it's like, so I was trying to, point out that I liked, how resourceful she was being, economically speaking. You never know how long that soup will last in the fridge. By the time he goes back to the fridge and he still sees the stew there, maybe day 2, he will now be like, now this babe make
for
this
me,
stew for
wife
me.
material would have been someone who used the money to make more money. Since we are talking about wife materials here. It's the reality, because there's shawarma of 500 naira.
I know you have your views on this as well. Talk to us.
I have too many things that I want to say about this. First of all, this has only brought to my understanding the level at which men measure women.
Bam.
Because if you think that shawarma is what you're going to use to measure me as a queen or not a queen, first of all, your mindset is really shallow, and I don't think there's any need for me to battle words with you. But if that's what you want to use to measure, they should have fun. I will eat the shawarma, Sha.
Oh,
Mio, see, to be very, very honest, and this is us devoid of sentiment.
Yes.
Me, I will go and look for where to buy the shawarma at 1.5 and still hold 1,000. I'm speaking for myself. Or even buy 2,500 naira shawarma. I'm being very realistic. But my own is this. If somehow it turns out that that's the only shawarma at that point, and that's what she wants, unless you are broke, as I said earlier. Unless the man was broke.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up with this one. At Peter Ehi says, she is a complete woman. Hold her strong.
Wow.
Yeah. I have a feeling a lot of guys in the house are like, yes, complete, yes, yes. So they're obviously varying views. You can always contribute yours. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Check us out at TVC Connect and put your comments up there. Now, we have quite a lot happening in the kitchen. Talk about it all.
Thank you. Let me learn how to be wife material for some people. Welcome back. Chef Ife, of course, is still here preparing our Africana breakfast. No, me, I will eat shawarma, forget. Okay. So we already have successfully layered our veggies. That we have the cucumbers, the cabbage, the lettuce, the onions, the tomatoes, and the eggs.
And the mayonnaise.
And the mayonnaise, of course, with a little milk in it as well. And now she's about to fry the next batch.
So you just have to layer it.
Yeah, so let's cover this up and let's see how it looks.
Okay.
Yeah, for our Africana sandwich. Hey! Today we'll see how people's appetites are strong. Also, you layer everything together.
Yes.
Wow. This is going to be huge. Okay. There you have it. All right, first breakfast is up and ready. So now we're going to be frying the next one. That's the eggs, the onions, and the pepper. You know what? Of course, we do have to go on a break. And when we come back, it is definitely the second hour on Wake Up Nigeria. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome to the second hour of the most exciting breakfast show on the planet. The first hour just went by, and we ladies have had a blast, haven't we?
Of course, babe, of course.
Now we have remaining 45 minutes to continue to put smiles on your faces.
Yes, that's 1,000-meter smile. I can't stop.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay,
yeah. Be serious.
It gladdens our hearts, and we are definitely excited because there's still a lot more to come on the very best breakfast show on Nigerian television.
Yes, and of course we have our wife materials in the kitchen. We have our Queen Dynamite, Titi, and Chef Ife. How you guys doing?
About 10,000 yards right here.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. It's our Wonder Woman Wednesday. And who rules the world?
Girls!
Wife materials!
Now we have something amazing happening in the kitchen here. And it's all about knorr, baby. Knorr, knorr, knorr. We're going to be having a fun time with our chef this morning, and there's enough to go around, don't worry. Can you see how risky this burger is? Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Of course, now it is all about making a difference and putting smiles on your faces. In the next 45 minutes, we will be doing this and so much more.
Yes, it's all about tasty stuff and definitely the right mix here, properly stirred to get your attention, just like a well-prepared mocktail. I couldn't help myself.
I'm not going to. Today, right now, I am focused. And I'm placing my focus about something that we have been staring up.
Joe boy, focus.
Oh, my days. I'm trying to be the serious person here, so please stay with me. Now, moving on. Now, of course, we can see that. Have you discovered the fun fact that it is actually no and not no? I taught you today, you learned from me. But moving on now, the show goes on and it only gets better. And now in the next 45 minutes, you need to sit back, relax and enjoy because we are taking you on a trip. My name is Tokwe Olowoniyo.
And of course, my name is Mary Bashua Alimi. The show goes on and it only gets better. We have a fun-filled hour to go. And of course, there are several stuff you need to take note of.
Yes, first of all is to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, be a part of the conversation. The shawarma lady out there, is she a queen or is she just like me? And then, of course,
we should use 1,000 naira to buy the shawarma.
Yeah, like Mary. But please, if you have to be on the move, you can stream this show live at tvcentertainment.tv. And if you're on Facebook, guess what? TVC Connect is where you can stream the show live.
Yes, that's right. And don't forget to download our app from the Google Play Store or iOS. Now, let's take a look at what's next, on the show.
Welcome to the news update for this hour. Now, we begin with 3 persons who were killed in Isele Ukul, Anyocha North Local Government Area of Delta State when armed robbers attacked a commercial bank in the town. Several others were injured in the incident. An eyewitness account has it that the robbers stationed their gang members at strategic positions in the town, while other members robbed the bank unhindered. It was also gathered that customers were held hostage inside the bank for almost an hour, while other gang members outside were raining bullets at random. In the process of the shooting spree, a trader identified as an indigene of Isele Uku from Ogbeofu village was shot dead, while many others sustained bullet wounds. Acting PPRO Delta State Police Command Bright Edafe has confirmed the incident but assured that he was in contact with the division for quick response. Now, the national leader of the APC, Bola Tinubu, says there is the urgent need to combine employment and national security policy by the recruitment of 5 million youths in all aspects of nation building, ranging from infrastructural development to agricultural modernization. Mr. Tinubu called for the expansion of security personnel by 50,000 for the armed forces, not 50 million earlier mentioned, which he says was an error. Speaking at the 12th Bola Tinubu colloquium marking his birthday, he said that eligible youths should be recruited into the armed forces, police and other security agencies to augment the functional capacity of the country's security. Now to other stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has departed Nigeria for London. Accompanied by a few of his aides, his jet departed the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, for London at about 2:30 p.m. While in the UK, President Buhari will see his doctor for a checkup. He is billed to return to Nigeria in the second week of April 2021.
Since the president came back in August 2017 from his medical vacation then, his health has held on very well. We believe that as he's going now, he will do all the necessary checks and everything will be all right, and he will be back within the second week of April, as has been.
Before his trip to the United Kingdom, the president held a security meeting with service chiefs where he ordered them to identify the leaders of bandits and kidnappers and take them out to restore confidence in the country's security architecture. According to the National Security Advisor, Babangana Mongunu, the president says sponsors of criminality are working with persons in critical agencies of government to frustrate the efforts to secure the country, and he is sending out a warning for them to desist from their evil acts. Also, the service chiefs disclosed that they have identified weak areas that would be strengthened to fish out collaborators with non-state actors.
Very, very clear to both the intelligence and operational elements that their first assignment will be to identify the leaders of these bandits and kidnappers and take them out in order to restore confidence in those areas. Mr. President has said that he will no longer tolerate a situation whereby bandits and kidnappers are the ones dictating the pace and setting the tone.
What Mr. President said is that we must bring down the level of violence in the country within a few weeks to enable our farmers to go back to the farms. That is on course. I believe that before the rains come, you would have witnessed a downward trend in the violence across the country.
Welcome back. Now it's about time for us to have our nutrition segment. Finally, now we have Oshunsoya Olajumoke here with us, RDN MPH. Now she's a registered dietitian and she has over 6 years clinical experience. Now she graduated from the University of Agriculture, Abeokuta in 2012 after 4 years of studying nutrition and dietetics, which was of course a very comprehensive study of nutritional science and diet therapy. We are going to be talking about dietary management of autism in children this morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so now how prevalent is this issue, autism, internationally speaking?
According to the World Health Organization, autism affects 1 in 160 children.
Okay.
And it's more prevalent in boys than girls.
Okay.
It's about 50% of children with autism have feeding problems, learning disability, have issue with hyperactivity and depression, and sometimes frequent seizures.
Okay, so I guess we have to understand exactly what autism is in order to understand how nutrition could help manage the situation.
Yeah, the term autism actually describes a spectrum ranging from, it's actually described a spectrum of developmental disability. It can range from mild, as the case of Asperger's syndrome, and to Kanner's autism, which is actually the severe form. So basically, it actually goes through that wide range. Some may be mild, some may be, and it's characterized by a child's difficulty in communicating and relating with people.
Okay. Now, so this is social interactions you're talking
about. Yes. Basically, children with autism may have problem with speaking on time. For instance, may have problem. For instance, a child that is 2-year-old may not be able to speak as frequently as his peers, right? So there's developmental delay in speech of a child with autism. Also, the child may be repeating a particular phrase over and over again, just a particular phrase.
I know that there's probably some parents watching right now who would like to understand how exactly nutrition, the food that this child eats, is going to help manage this issue. What sort of food should they be focusing on?
We'll first talk about the feeding problems.
Okay.
So when you understand the feeding problems, because what is common to autistic children is that they have repetitive disorder. Basically, they want things done in a particular way. They are obsessed about a toy, obsessed about food also. So the repetitive behavior also come to play in their feeding habits. It goes on to show that they will want just a specific type of food. They don't mind repeating food over and over again, and they may want a particular taste. They may want bland taste. They may be so keen on a particular texture of food. They may not want noisy environment when eating. They may be hypersensitive to smell. That means if food has strong smell, the child may say, oh, I don't want it. Or they may be hypersensitive to smell, which means that they may not even smell at all. So basically, the dietitian comes to play and assess the feeding behavior of the child. And then after assessing the feeding behavior, what is it that the child likes? Is it that the child don't like crunchy food? Is it that the child likes blended food? Assess all the feeding behaviors, or what is it that triggers fussiness during eating. That is that is when the dietitian will come up with an appropriate intervention. Secondly, for children that have celiac disease, because more than half of children with autism are diagnosed with celiac disease or gut inflammation, the dietitian can help to put them on a gluten-free, casein-free diet. And according to many anecdotal research studies, it shows that it helps to improve the behavior of the child after going on a gluten-free, casein-free diet.
Okay, I would like to take you back to some of the characteristics of, or the feeding habits of an autistic child. Now, the way you were listening, it kind of felt like those feeding habits of an average child. The average child is picky. The average child doesn't like certain textures or certain strong smells or certain tastes. It sounds like an everyday child you're describing. So what exactly makes it so important for an autistic child's diet to be managed?
For children with autism, their own characteristic is intense.
Okay.
They may not want to, for instance, if they're used to sitting in a particular chair to eat all the time, they won't want you to feed them outside that chair.
Okay.
If they're used to a particular color of food, they will not want to explore any other color of food. Okay. So picky eating is strong in children with autism than in any other children, right? Another way you could also suspect autism is if the child is having frequent seizures. In the case of frequent seizures, you can place the child on a ketogenic diet, but with the supervision of a dietitian. Research studies have shown that when you place a child that have frequent seizures on ketogenic diets, they have reduced frequency, of the seizures. Another thing I would like to talk about is the use of micronutrients supplements, such as vitamin A, vitamin D, B6, and also magnesium. This has been shown to improve behavior. Basically, what is paramount in autism, in children with autism rather, is that they are fussy, they can have repeated behaviors, they can spin on, they can have a repeated body movements. Basically, their behavior is a bit out of the norm. They can be tossing and going to and fro, having constant movements, especially when they are throwing tantrums, right? So basically, that is what you find in, and this has been shown that it's improved, and the diet improve the behavior of the child when they are on a gluten-free or casein-free diet,
so,
especially for children with celiac disease.
As possible, let me take you to possible cures. Are you saying in any form, shape or form, it's a yes or no kind of answer I'm looking for, can adjusting the nutrition get rid of autism?
For some claims, yes. Some mothers claim that once the child goes on a gluten-free, casein-free diet, it leads to total recovery, especially in children with mild autism.
Fantastic.
So once they go on that diet with micronutrient supplements, with probiotics, yes.
So you're saying there is hope if you adjust the diet. It doesn't have to be loads of drugs and all of that. It could just be the diet, and hopefully someone at home has learned from that. Please talk to us on social media with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and let's answer your questions. I know that she will be helping out with that. But meanwhile, we know that being a nutritionist, you will appreciate what we have in the kitchen for you. We have the amazing Mary and the lovely Tokwe standing by with our chef this morning. Please, please join us.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Let's welcome our
welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Please sit.
Yes, and it's so good to have
this is
nutritionist and dietitian have a healthy breakfast.
So she's going to tell us what she thinks of it.
Yes, apart from rating how nice it tastes, they're also going to rate how healthy it is.
Okay,
so we'll let you dig in while Chef Ify tells us about how she came about this.
Yes. So today we made agege bread sandwich.
Oh, nice.
So popularly, you can just call it Africana Sandwich. You can just take, so remove the stick. Then you take the two.
Yeah, so there are 2 layers.
2 layers.
Yes, 4 slices but 2 layers, so you can take it that way. Oh boy.
Oh, look at this.
Look at
goodness.
this. So this is what she's
Africana
actually
goodness.
eating. What you saw on your screen right now is what she's actually eating.
Yes.
Or rather what you see, because it's still on your screen, is what she's eating.
Yes. What do you think about it?
It is. It is good.
Health-wise?
Health-wise, yes, it's actually healthy because it has veggies in it. The good thing about it is the fact that you are adding veggies to your white bread, which is refined.
Yes.
So you're increasing the dietary fiber.
Okay.
It also has protein, which is filling.
Yeah.
You know, it's filling and you will not easily crave for another food, unlike if you're eating just the white bread.
Yeah.
You may be craving another food just anytime soon if it's just the white
So
bread.
this is the complete meal.
So complete, yeah.
Nothing else till 2 p.m. today for you.
That's if I'm having the whole food.
Okay, that's about it.
You gave us a healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and of course, we also have to give a special shout out to the fun fact that we gave you today that you should thank us for. How old are you when you found out that it is not no, it is kno?
Note our use of How old are you? Because it's not where you. I'm sure it's today.
It's today. You are today year old.
I know, right? Okay, so while we enjoy the tasty goodness of Kno here, enjoying our breakfast. Sorry, Titi is here.
Titi is here, Mary.
Titi, sorry, we did not forget you.
I'm unforgettable, ladies. I'm unforgettable. Have a great day, everyone.
Instead of 2. But it's all right, honey. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Have a great day. Bye.